So where's their stand? You see, I'm done being you guys catch or money ATM laundry machine. I'm done. You guys will have to pay every single dime you owe me. Decide to take me as a fool.
Who talked about you?
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. Just know I will sue you. I'll take you. You get arrested. I will sue you. I'll sue that bitch of yours called Banter. I'll sue you will no longer see our child again. You have no access to me. You have no access to the child. You have no access to my family members. And if I see you anywhere close to me, I promise I will do something that won't.
Mambo VP, kama kawaida, this F001, your number one online channel where we educate, we entertain, and most importantly, we empower, guys. If you're new here, you know we do it. Like, subscribe, and definitely don't forget to share. Happy New Year. Hoping you're quite blessed. And if you are watching this year 2026, we thank God for it. Not all of us managed to cross this year. And we want to take this opportunity to thank each and every subscriber that has been with us throughout this journey, right from day one up to date. And we promise you that we are not going to give up any moment, or we are not going to take any break any sooner, any later. And we want to thank even those who are joining us for the very first time. Feel at home. This is where you learn different things throughout different episodes: how to survive in marriage, how to read red flags, and probably when to quit, and how to permanently stay forever and happy. I don't want to talk too much. It was quite a sad moment the other time. Something that began happily, and we all hoped for the best, especially after meeting this couple. And I took my time because most of you have told me that, let me look for this couple again if I can have them on a talk, if we can have all the parties involved, and if we can ask the right question. How did all this happen throughout these 5 years? How comes no red flag were read? And this is not the first time that we are meeting such stories. They are familiar, especially when we have foreigners around. And I wouldn't say foreigners per se, but she was part of us. She became part of the family, of the Kenyan family. She was with us. Maybe because one or two, she may not be familiar with all these areas or all these languages. Someone took advantage. I was not biased. I read what I saw, and I did how I did it. But I want to thank all of them for managing to come and sacrificing their precious time to come and have a talk with us. And like I always maintain, I didn't call you here to quarrel or to throw shades at one another, but we have called one another here for a talk, for a mature talk, for a positive conversation. And we see what can be yielded out of it. Because this was your husband, and you have a kid together. Today could seem like a sad day, or ego could take control, but in some years to come, it will be very painful for the kid, because she will suffer in future, and I wouldn't wish for that. That is why I've taken this opportunity. Call all of you here. We have this talk. I wouldn't wish all of us to be beat against one another. And I will start with the lady. Thank you for coming. I know it was not easy for you. And there's always one question I always ask every victim that sits on that bench. I believe there were happy moments with him. There was something you loved in him. There was a reason you are with him. There is a reason you've been with him up to date, and you never cheated on him, and you've been loyal. He has been something to you that you cannot all take them away, right?
True.
Maybe if you give us a short story, how has your story been? You with the guy throughout 5 years ago when you met, how you met, till date.
Well, hi once again. Pleasure to be here. I'll start from how we met. Yeah, let me start with that. So I met Tony. Then I was still in the university. I came to Kenya to study. That was what brought me here at first. And that was University of Nairobi. So one sunny afternoon, I was on a supermarket. It's called Kia 4. Yeah, I was shopping and I was at the checkpoint about to make my payment. And then there was this tall, handsome man behind me. He was like, "Oh, don't worry, let me take care of that." I'm like, "Okay, nice, cool." And he paid for my drink, and he we talk a little, and we exchanged names, and he wanted to take my number. At first, I was a bit hesitant, but I was like, okay, fine. Why don't I get your number instead? A week along the line, I decided to just say hi to, the gentleman, and to thank him again for paying for my drink, because it's courtesy to always show appreciation. And we talked, we communicated, we decided to catch up, meet up, get to know each other. It's supposed to be. We met at a restaurant to, catch up, drink coffee and stuff. We talked. He told me about his life, where he stays, who he lives with. And, we kept communicating over the phone. And a year down the line, 2 years thereabouts, I was to graduate soon. I was in my fourth year there. And he was still staying with his boys at Sika Road, while I myself, I was staying at Langata Road. As a student, I stayed in my own apartment. My parents had rented an apartment for me, a 1 bedroom, just for me, where I could stay and, commence with my studies. And, I don't know, I just picked sudden interest in him. I loved his confidence, how he approached me that day, how he was just so humble, he was so kind and gentle, and he looked so genuine. So I loved those kind of things. It felt so extraordinarily real to me. And I thought to myself, okay, instead of him staying at his boys, 4 to 5 people in one apartment, so it didn't seem right to me. And I was in love. I was like, just come stay with me. I stay alone. Why don't you just stay with me? We live together, as a couple, as we see how things goes. The third year down the line, we're cool, we're together, we're happy, we go out, he takes me out, he shows me around Kenya, try to negotiate prices with me whenever I go shopping, because I didn't know the language, I didn't know much about Kenya and how the system ran. So yeah, I felt happy, and I was like, yeah, this is a right man. This is my person. This is my dream guy. Why don't we settle down? So I spoke to my parents about it before the settling down, and they were happy to hear my news, and decided, okay, you know what? Introduce me to the young man. I introduced my mother to him. My mom was so thrilled. Like, he has this way of, charming someone. He has this aura of presenting himself that will make you fall in love with him. And I think that's what he did with my mom, because she loved him from the get-on. She fell in love with him. She was like, my daughter, this is your right man. This one, do not let him go. And my father is a busy man. Over the phone, they do talk, they do communicate, and my family was happy. They accepted him with love, they accepted him with compassion. They just wanted to, they were like, as far as I'm happy, they are happy with my decision. Along the line, I got pregnant for our son Marvin, who's 3 years old now. We're all happy, we're cool, we're gentle, but at some point things started changing. At first he didn't introduce me to his parents that well, because every time I do, babe, I want to meet your parents, I want to say hi to my family. It's normal to want to know your man's people, to want to know his family and everything. So he brought 2 people to meet as his family, and I'm like, okay, nice to meet you. You guys are family. Why officially family? When you meet your partner's people, you guys are just one together. And there was her too. He introduced her as cousin. Benta introduced Benta to me as a cousin, and she all the time sees. I'm like, this one, if that's it, is good. I don't have friends that much. I only had him in my life, and I took her in as not just a sister or his cousin, but as friend. We bonded, we're cool. and everything just changed. Babe, I need money for this. Babe, I need money for that. Babe, I need money for this business. Babe, my crypto crash. Babe, this forest is hectic, you lose and that and that and that. And I keep giving, as a supportive, understanding woman, I just keep giving to support my man. And her the other eye sees, my child is sick, sees, my landlord wants to chase me out, sees this, I just keep giving. His parents, nah, my daughter, how you doing? The one that even shocked me is the mother. She will call me to pray. I've called to check up on you. I've called to pray for you. And just moment you think the conversation is over, my daughter, there is this village meeting we have, and I would like to be part of them. I need this wrapper. I need this. I need that. Could you assist? I will send. Then just give like 2-3 days, the father will call. It's like, I don't know if they formed it like a pattern to be escorting money from me. The father will not call. My child, my health is depreciating. I need to go for a checkup. I will send. So these people just kept using me as their ATM. And I've been so stupid and silly. Most especially her, because I trusted her. I bonded with her. I took her like my sister. I took her like family. As the only daughter of my parents, I've always wanted this, and I took her like my own sister. When she asks, I never say no to her. When she needs something, I give without even questioning. Benta, why? Like, what on earth did I do to deserve this disrespect? To deserve this wickedness? Because I did not just treat you as an outsider. I treated you as my own. I showed you love. I showed you compassion. And to you, Tony, was there any day that I disrespected you? Was there any day that I said, no, I can't cook for, I can't do? Was there any day like that? Was there any day I insulted you in front of your friends? Or say no to whenever you ask for money?
Nah, Mama, you've always been there for me.
Yeah, I've always been there.
Yeah, I can't turn it down, or I can't say anything negative about that. Yeah.
Then what did I do to deserve this? Even when you post on your Instagram stories, squandering money, dollars, posting dollar bills, young billionaire, did I call you out on social media? No. Did I say anything wrong? No. I just kept quiet because why? I loved you.
Mama, I never squandered the cash. That's the first thing you don't understand. I never squandered the cash.
Then what did you do with the money? Because if it's business, I can't see any proof of it. The crypto, nothing. Because people go into crypto, yes, it crashes and stuff, but they still make it. Okay, the car that you wanted to start car business, where's the proof? I'm not seeing not even one Toyota.
Okay, talking about the cars. Can I answer that? About the cars?
Answer. I'm listening.
Okay, I had to start a company, but I just wanted to start it with one high-end car. Yes. That's why I told you about the Mercedes part.
And?
You understand the process that it takes. It's only... When did you send the money? The $3,000?
Tony?
Even 2 weeks. 2 weeks haven't elapsed.
2 weeks haven't elapsed?
Yeah, 2 weeks haven't elapsed.
When I sent it was, okay, because that new business was for this year, January.
Yeah.
Apart from your crypto of last year, last
Yeah,
year,
that's
that you have
another story.
business,
That's another story. I think
land
I'll
this,
talk
land
about
that,
it.
money, business, forest. I'm like, okay, let's leave last year on. Let's jump into this year. 1st of January, I sent you money. What happened?
Paperwork.
What kind of paperwork? How long does
Paperwork.
it take? How long does it take to invest and then to finalize paperwork, get the signature done, and then start importation? How long? It doesn't take much. Less, in fact, it doesn't even reach up to 1 week with the right contacts.
Okay, bro, can I neza muonyesha makaratasi?
No, unajua what I'm even more concerned. Who is better to you? Because to me,
Okay.
things to do with money could not be part of my job that much, but I want you to be very... Who are you, the two of you? Are you cousins?
And please tell him exactly what you told me, because see, what he told me was this
Okay, whatever.
lady bent her, hold on, that's his cousin,
Can
that
you just
they're
listen?
close, their
Can you just
family
listen,
and everything,
please?
and that's why he
The
told me.
same
And
lady she called to your place.
yes, and she do come to my place all the time. You see, 31st now we spent the New Year Eve and everything. We spent it together. She came to my house on 31st. She comes around all the time. So 31st night she was there with us. She spent it first. And she was with her child. So, we gave her one of the rooms that she stayed. She's okay. We ate together. We dined together. We laughed. We joked around. She was slept at their place till 2nd of January that she decided to, go. And then she asked me for money that she needed it for some situation. Her child was sick and she needed to take care of the child, get some school fees runs for the child. The school was going to open.
Okay.
And I didn't think much of it and I sent her the money.
Okay, can I just explain this fracas for once? Yeah? Are you ready to get the truth about this?
Please, I'm open. I'm open, yes. Tell me. I just want you to be honest, to be transparent.
Me and Benson, whatever happened, me and Benson, it was a mistake that happened, and I had to come out and sort the mistake before it goes out of my hand. I'm a man and I made a mistake, and I had to find a way of coping up with the situation.
What was that mistake?
I got her pregnant when she was very young. I think after Form 4. She was to join, I think, a college somewhere. But things went high wire. It was something like, it was some more of experimenting, but we can't experiment with the kid. The kid came. I had to find a way of how to survive. Bro, naelewa hii town.
But did you at least tell me that you had someone in your life when we met? Did you? Did you even tell me you had a child?
What is even more betraying here is
you were not open.
Why do you even tell her your cousins? Okay. One,
she wasn't the problem. I didn't have to bring her into the picture. She wasn't the problem. I had to sort my problem.
Why did you have to bring
my own
relationship?
You see, even if I'm not the problem or she wasn't, at least you would have opened up. You have told me, oh no, this is my baby mama.
I was to.
You was to when? When I found out about the text? When? To the point of lying to me that she was your cousin. That is deceiving you. There was never a time you were to tell me. You were just trying to deceive me. Because for you to start with, she's your cousin. And from the text message of her calling me a bitch.
Benta, why did you lie to me? Why did you lie to your friend? Only you got agenda.
Madam, first I'm sorry, but it was a game plan with my husband.
Wow,
after
husband.
Meeting you,
okay.
He came and told me about you. So we see that you have money, so we had to plan.
So it is something you sat down?
Yeah, we sat down.
Mkapanga vizuri.
Mkapanga vizuri. Alafu akaniambia nicheze chini ya maji. Nijifanye mimi ni kazini yake.
Okay,
that's how we came.
Can you use English for me? Because when you were asking for money, you were using English. Oh, sorry, my child is sick. Can you assist me with $50? Oh, I need money for this. Can you help me? Oh, I need this amount of money.
Okay, should all this pertain to us?
She should use English because when she was asking for money,
but
she used
it was
English.
his decision.
It was his decision.
Yeah.
They used the English to me as they're talking to me. Now what happened? Did the English disappear?
But I'm sorry. I'm sorry, madam. Yeah, I'm sorry. It wasn't my fault.
Those are all lies. It's not your fault. Okay, would you like it if someone else had done that to you?
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't, but you were satisfied with it. At least oh God, I treated you as a sister. If you had any humanity in you, you would have walked up to me and told me or explained things to me that you didn't have a choice. I'm an understanding person.
Planned. All this was going to end.
Oh.
Yeah? All this drama, all this fracas, all this.
When was
sooner than you ever thought?
Sooner than so you just want to just leave me deserted after spending my whole 5 years or devoting my 5 years to you, leaving my travel plans. I was supposed to go back to United States to study and stay with my family. I left it. I decided to stay here with you to manage with you.
The plans still stand.
Still stand where?
Still stand.
Where do I even stand? Because you're married. Where do I stand? You have a child. Who is even older than my child? Where do I stand? It doesn't mean what? Did you just hear her? She said husband. husband, and I quote, husband. So where is their stand? You see, I'm done being you guys catch or money ATM laundry machine. I'm done. You guys will have to pay every single dime you owe me. The hundreds of thousands you owe me, you have to pay it back by the end of the week. And the millions you owe me, I'm not done talking. You still have to pay it back by the end of the week. And every dime I've given to your parents, they will have to pay it back. I'm done tolerating nonsense from you both nuisance. Or else I will arrest you. And that's just how it's going to be.
You don't have to be.
And you have no asset. Another thing.
You don't have to be talking about the...
Just know you are dead to my child. You have no access. Nothing. And I'll take care of the child myself.
I'm still the dad of that kid.
Oh, please. Child and father, it's there. Excuse me.
Come on.
I've said it. End of this week. By the end. What's today's date? 8. By the end of this... In fact, Sunday, 2 p.m. 2 p.m. West African time. I'm supposed to say a lot of my money. If possible, if you can bring it cash, I don't mind. If you can bring it a lot, I don't mind. I'm supposed to see my money in full. No partial payments. In full.
Your money, my kid.
Oh, please.
Madam.
Sasa mmeweka mboka doba kwa pesa ya mtu ndugu yangu.
By the end of this week.
Mnacheza na Nigeria, mtaikiwa juu ili mtafute tu pesa. Nini kati tu hiyo kitu.
Choma.